Fire up that PS2 mother flower. That's right. Fire up the PS2 mother flowers. That's right, mother flower. We're live finally here on YouTube.com. This is episode 140. 240. God damn it. You gotta get the idea already.
Wow.
I know, wow, right? You know, it's bad when I fucked up the number already, but you kind of get the gist. It's episode 240 of the TEAMHEEL podcast. We are live here on YouTube.com. Thank you all for tuning in live this week. If you're new here, hit that sub button down below. Also, while you're at it, give us a follow on Podbean. This podcast is available on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher Radio. We'll be taking your live calls soon, guys. A lot to talk about this week. So much to get into. The post-WrestleMania edition of the show. WrestleMania week, if you will. And as always, it's Steve here. And I'm not alone here, joined by three awesome mother flowers. Mother flower number one, he just moved. He's back at it again. Walter, how the fuck you been, brother?
I've been good. I mean, I won't say tiring because that's the easy way to say because of all that moving and then still going to work. But just moving in now. It's the same street still, but it's just a couple houses down. Much better. Because we had people living upstairs too, aka my family. But now there's less people in the house, so that's big. That's big. So
I hear
it's
it.
been crazy.
And we're also joined here by another awesome mother flower, all the way in California, the homie Chase. Chase Oliver, how the fuck you been, buddy?
I'm doing good. You know me, surviving every day at a time. Just want to apologize to people. I might have to leave early. My best friend's nephew's turning 1 tomorrow, and I have to find that birthday gift. And thankfully, Babies R Us is literally down the street from my house. So you got to jump on that liquidation sale while it's still there. They're desperate to get rid of everything over there.
Absolutely, man, of course. But hopefully you'll be back, hopefully. And we're also joined here by an awesome mother flower as well, all in Detroit. Big Mike from Big Mike Wrestling Recap Show. Big Mike, how the fuck you been, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. We just celebrated a birthday in my household. Just got back from the dinner party. And
that's right, man. That's
here chilling with the homies.
That's right, bro. It's another Friday night, guys. Friday the 13th. Don't step on the crack. You might break someone's back. Just saying. But guys, this has literally been, I don't want to say a crazy week in wrestling, but it's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff happening. So much to get into. We had this past week on Raw and SmackDown Live as well, some debuts from NXT, the call-ups, return that Chase was also happy about.
The best return in Raw history. You can take your Brock Lesnar 2012 and shove it straight up your ass.
Exactly. All right. Fair enough. We have a documentary to talk about as well, and there's so much stuff as well. So, guys, again, thank you for tuning in. We'll be taking your live calls momentarily. Most likely, we'll take calls sooner than later, if you will. All right. So, this past week on Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania, I'll be honest, I felt like it was somewhat of a disappointing show. I felt like there is something missing from it. I'm not just saying a Universal Champion. I feel like something was just missing. You know what I mean? To make it like, ooh, okay, this was actually a Raw after Mania show. You kind of get what I'm going with this almost, guys?
Well, every segment felt the same. It was all like, all right, we're debating someone new. Or, oh, someone else is returning. It wasn't like there was something, every segment just felt the same,
I'll be honest, I feel
it's the same formula. I thought it was the same as almost the other ones. You get the NXT call-ups and I guess a nice surprise return. And yeah, it was just, I guess, it's not as big as I guess it was a couple years ago. I thought it was solid for a Raw, but yeah, for a Raw after Mania, I guess if your expectations are high, it probably wasn't the best. Yeah.
Also, the match quality was kind of low because normally Raw after Mania is known to having they tendered more to the hardcore fans, and honestly, minus probably the 6-man tag or Owens and Zayn, which were both in the final hour. What other matches really stood out? I don't think anyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, Sasha and Mandy Rose killed it. Paige retired literally right after that, so it was that match was an afterthought. You know what I'm saying? That was another thing missing. It was kind of the matches too. There was only 2 good matches, both of them in the final hour. If you made it that long.
Exactly. What about you, Big Mike? What about you, bro?
Yeah, I thought the surprises, happened, back to back to back to back. It was sort of overwhelming. And like Chase said, yeah, the last two matches were pretty much the best matches. But it was just there. It didn't really piss me off. It was just there raw. It wasn't nothing special.
Fair enough, fair enough. We had some main roster debuts from Monday Night Raw from NXT. We had the debut of Ember Moon, the former NXT champion. She partnered up with Big Patty, Nia Jax, the Raw Women's Champion, the new Raw Women's Champion, as they took on Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. I mean, overall, listen, when you have these Raw after main with these NXT debuts coming up to the main roster, it's always there to showcase them more than anything. Nonetheless, I'm happy for her. Don't get me wrong, but it's crazy to see now where she's gonna go from here. And at the same time, when we talk about the other, main roster call up on SmackDown Live, NXT really, took a punch to the gut with the women that have left. Am I the only one that feels that way?
But they still have Bianca, Bianca Belair and Dakota Kai, my girl Kairi Sane. I mean, Steven, Shayna Baszler, dude. They have the deepest. You're just such a hater to the NXT women's division.
Oh my God, yes I am. Holy crap! Yeah, okay.
That's not a big loss.
They took such a death hit, man. What are you talking about? Like, what's funny too? They keep always calling up like the non-good. Like, no offense, it's like Ember Moon's good, but like. They always call up like the non-successful NXT women before the actual successful NXT women. It's like, why? Like, no offense to the Iconic Duo. What the heck were these two girls doing before they got called up? Like, for real.
Exactly.
Breast implants.
Breast implants. I know Peyton Dane Ty Dillinger and shit like that, but I get what you're
dude,
saying.
she looks good with short hair. I like her with short hair better than long hair.
Yeah, me too. I think she looks beautiful. I think, honestly, out of the two, because fuck it, also Peyton Royce and Billie Kay debuted on SmackDown Live. I think out of the two, I think Peyton Royce has a future. I think out of the two.
Dude, Billie Kay, everything's good but her face.
Yeah.
That was a little too touchy.
I think if I'm drunk, if I'm like hammered, if you will, maybe, but I guess so. And I'll be real about it. I was early. It's crazy because early the week I did predictions who I thought was gonna get the call up on the main roster, right? So for Raw, I said AOP, which I was right. Okay, I said Andrade Cien Alma for some reason. I said Andrade with Selena Vega. I said AOP already. Obviously, Gargano is another one. And
why would you think Gargano? Like Gargano's stuck in NXT forever.
I say that. Could think about this. I always felt okay. In order to get called up, you have to be rehired again, right, through NXT. You know what I mean? So that's why.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna stay in it. Because who is Aleister? Like, you can't just do Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream 8 takeovers in a row.
No, you cannot. You can, and I agree with you on that. I think you could. We'll get into that as well if you want later on. But fuck it, let's get into it right now. Because again, this is a random show as well. I think with Aleister Black now, you can easily do. And I think this is what they probably will do. That's to get the feeling is Aleister Black versus Drew McIntyre. I think that's the match they're gonna do right now. I think for Takeover Chicago. That is. That's what I think is happening.
Well, yeah, McIntyre said on the pre-show, he was like, "Oh, I want to get rid of." He wants to get revenge on Cien Almas first, then go after whoever the champion is.
I don't know, because from what it looks like, from what I've read the taping, I feel like they're going back to the Andrade Gargano feud with the women now. So.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Gargano Andrade feuding again? Are you serious?
With the women, though. I mean, I guess it's gonna add the women. Yeah. So I mean, we're gonna see Selena Vega wrestle. Oh, so
what happened to Ciampa? He just died.
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. Anywho, also on Raw, we had the debut of the Authors of Pain. They beat Heath Slater and Rhino, which we all saw coming. They hit the last chapter for the win, and they ditched Paul Ellering, which is understandable because Paul Ellering can't travel because of his age.
He's an old man. You expect him to
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now, this is what I would have done if Roman would have won, right, at WrestleMania, right? If he would have won a Mania, right? You want Roman to be a heel through the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns and the Authors of Pain.
What kind of fanfics are you reading, Steven?
I have no idea, dude.
Dude, oh my God. That sounds like something that like I see like. And then we already confused the Authors of Pain for being Samoan. Like that was just like marked like they're Samoan.
One of them's like what
Albanian.
French or something.
Yeah, French, and the other is Brazil. Isn't Razor Brazilian? One of them's Brazilian.
So one of them is Dutch. One of them is Dutch, and the other one's Albanian, I believe.
Hey man, I can't wait till the main roster sees the laziness that's known as Akam. Holy shit! I make fun of Shinsuke for being lazy. Akam is literally the most laziest asshole I've ever seen. I love it too. Like he admits he's lazy. Like he knows he's lazy. Like Razor's hilarious. Like the NXT ladder match is like the perfect example to see the Authors of Pain at their fullest, because Akam's like, no, I'm not taking this bump. Fuck this. And he'll roll off the ladder. Razor is taking all these stupid bumps that he should not be taking as a big man. It's just like, why are you doing this? Like, I think Razor has a future outside the Authors of Pain. Akam, no, he's fucking lazy, dude. Like he doesn't do shit. Like he literally just doesn't do shit. Like if you watch any AOP match, and I guarantee you people are gonna be like, go back and watch some AOP matches, they'll see it. Akam doesn't do shit besides get beaten down, lays there for about 5 minutes, gets up, does a few clotheslines, does what he needs to do, and that's it. Razor's the one that does all the heavy work, man. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Reading the comments here. The Extreme writes here, it's AKA Dave Sack. Black and EC3 gonna be the next feud. And I hear Salrex here, our graphic designer, writes here, Billy Kay looks like the toucan from Fruit Loops. Ow!
I want to go that far.
Ow!
Dude, but she has she has like Jigglypuff cheeks. You know when Jigglypuff used to get mad in Pokemon, the TV show? Yeah. That's what Billy Kay has. She has those chipmunk cheeks, man. Like she has like a bunch of nuts in her mouth or something. Like I don't know, man. Cause when they came out, man, like Peyton Royce was like shaking that ass, like, oh yeah, let's go, let's do this. Billy Kay was like not even trying, man. She was like felt so self-conscious, like she knew it's like, oh, people about to see my ugly face.
I guess so. No.
Poor girl.
And that was, and also, of course, I can't believe I mentioned this as well, but also on Raw, the debut of No Way Jose. God kill me. God
no
damn it.
Way. Jose. No
that
way.
Was awesome,
Jose.
right?
Oh
He's
my
over.
God. I give it 6 months. He's literally the
6
Adam Rose of
months?
that. He's the Adam Rose of that brand. Listen,
No, okay.
Next week.
I'm tired of people comparing him to Adam Rose, because here's the thing. Adam Rose / Leo Kruger / whatever that idiot's real name is, because I forgot. I don't remember his real name, like Spread Jones or something like that. I don't know. But Adam Rose, him, he never wanted that gimmick, so he didn't really try. Noah Jose has been doing this since he's been on the Independents, so I think he's actually going to transition well. And I think also too, that's not an NXT gimmick. That's the reason why people are so not like high on it, is because they're like, oh, it didn't work in NXT. Like, what, you really think that freaking No Way Jose, who's part of an NXT crowd that all they care about is who can do the most flips and kicks and in-ring wrestle, like those fans are going to really care about him? No. But fans on the main roster, they'll like him. It's like Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas was hated and booed in NXT. He comes out doing this goofy believe gimmick, running over El Torito, undefeated bow streak and everything. What happened? He was over. Fans liked him. They cheered for him because he was interesting and entertaining. Casual fans, they'll like No Way Jose. Like, is he going to be a mainstay on Raw? Well, we'll have to wait and see about that. Well, will he be a big main event guy? No. Could he be a lower mid-carder? Absolutely. Do I see him with the potential? He has a look, man. Like, not a lot of guys actually are built. Like, here's the thing. Adam Rose, take away the party gimmick, he was a toothpick. Like, there was nothing else beside him. He looked like every other generic dude. No Way Jose has a good afro and a really good build that you can build off of it, too. So, I think he's fine. Just don't bring no bunnies that are trying to hump him or anything like that, because that doesn't end well.
Fair enough, and I agree with you on that. I mean, fair enough. Again, I was
serves a purpose.
I was never really
serves a purpose.
Like you know me. I was never really big on the gimmick. I remember TakeOver Brooklyn 3. I remember me and Walter were at concessions, right? And his theme song played, and I was like, "Oh God, this guy sucks." I remember Walter this dude got upset, like, "Oh fuck you, you're wrong," and just walked away and shit. Do you remember that?
I don't know if I remember that, but yeah, I remember you not digging. I'm like, damn, we're missing a good entrance. No way, Jose.
Fuck that, dude.
No way, Jose. No way.
It's okay. It's alright. I might go to Raw this Monday, so maybe I might not miss it.
Are you
this
really?
time.
Are you serious? You gonna go
It's
to Raw
in
Monday?
Hartford.
You better, Walter. You better go, bro. You better go, man. You better be
it's
our
the
correspondent,
shakeup
bro.
of the lifetime.
You better go, bro. Our
I might see
correspondent.
AJ Styles. No, let me stop.
Oh man.
We're probably gonna get some jobber SmackDown guys over there.
Hey, Charlotte's no jobber. She's coming home, baby. The
Charlotte-
Queen is coming back to Raw.
The Roman Reigns of the women's division, yo.
Yeah, dude, I love her.
But she's actually booked right, unlike Reigns.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well,
She has that good Triple H booking. Reigns has like the shitty Triple H booking. Like Triple H doesn't know what to do with Reigns.
yeah. Well, fuck it. We'll get into it right now then. So, as you all know, this past Sunday at WrestleMania,
Wait, so we're not going to talk about the best debut, the best return, like not Jeff Hardy, but we're not going to talk about
I'm sorry.
Toad, the Walking Armageddon, the Destroyer, the 4-time TNA World Champion, the belt collector before Austin Aries took that name, the man with the headband with the plan to take you down easy, Bobby Lashley. We're not going to talk about how Bobby Lashley came in there, performed a spinning neckbreaker better than any X Division wrestler or any wrestler I've seen personally, and then hit a brainbuster DDT with one arm. And everyone's like, no, Chase, that was a regular suplex. No, did you not see the brainbuster part? It was amazing. Like, the work rate of Lashley just doing the moves. And you know what? It was a wonderful debut. It was probably the best debut, or best return, I should say, in WWE in quite some time. His theme song, it's whatever. You know, you don't need a theme song for Lashley. Lashley could literally come out with no theme song and he would still get a reaction.
Like Ciampa.
like Tommaso, whatever. Him. So when it comes down to it, that's a main eventer right there. That's a guy that's going to take a spot. Now, I would have preferred Lashley coming out, you know, staring down Roman Reigns instead of Joey Samoa coming out saying like, "I'm gonna lose to you one more time, Roman." You know,
I'll be real with you. I would have rather seen Lashley come out as a heel Lashley, right? American top team Bobby Lashley, the American top team.
Oh yeah, dude, and especially if you have Colby and you have Colby Covington like with him as well. That'd be like great heel heat, dude.
Did you watch that 25th anniversary press conference? All the fights.
Oh yeah, him and Usman, they were going at it.
Fuck, dude, yeah. I said it before. And I'll say it again. I know Colby Covington might come off like, oh, want to be Connor, all the fuck you want, but bro, say what you want, yo. His time and Impact really did him a lot of favors, yo.
Oh yeah, he learned the mic skills of a pro wrestler. He learned the pro wrestling mic skills. Yeah, I hope ATT Lashley. That was either that or BDC Lashley. I would say I more favor BDC Lashley, and anyone who's like, what's BDC? Beatdown Clan, MVP, King, Bobby Lashley. And we low key, I because some people don't know that, Walter. They're like, what the hell's BDC and stuff like that. But yeah, like BDC Lashley is my favorite. ATT Lashley though, you know, that was a pretty good Lashley. That was because like Lashley was kind of lost after he kind of was like the destroyer and everything. Like it was kind of like, what else do you do with Lashley after that? And then he started getting the headband, and then he started joining the American Top Team, and it was just like, I'm so glad he kept the headband though. Like I love when he looks so goofy with the headband. I love it, dude.
I hear you, man. I hear you. We're in the comments here. The Extreme writes here, the fact they iconic duo laid out Charlotte so easily shits all over the Riot Squad two Meg girls over one good girl leading two green chicks because fuck logic. By the way, fuck CFO money for not letting Lashley come back using heel will be calling my name. Fair. I mean, to each.
Hell will be calling my name.
I guess so. I mean, here's the thing about it, okay? End of the day, Lashley came back. I don't think that's just the official theme song. I guess it's just there for now. But let's see how it goes. And you know what? The iconic duo.
It's better than Samoa Joe's first WWE theme. Remember, he first came out, he had the. It was like, it just literally sounded like such jobber music. So yeah.
I remember that. But yeah, that's what we had. Jeff Hardy came back as well. There you go. I mean, again, Raw to me, I feel like, again, I know we're going off on so much shit right now, but I feel like Raw was just a mess show. Something was missing, you know? SmackDown Live, I felt the same way. I thought, okay, SmackDown, we're going to get some, you know, some good call. Maybe, you know, Andrade.
We only got one call.
Maybe a Cassius Ono. You know what I mean? Maybe a Cassius Ono. For fuck's sake.
No, I would have turned off SmackDown.
Cassius Ono, that would have been horrible.
Yeah,
what?
Cassius Ono.
That would have been a watered down.
You know what I mean?
I thought they were gonna call up. I thought they would call up the rejects, like the ones who
You know who I thought they were gonna call up for real though? Now we're talking about it here. The fucking for SmackDown, that is the Street Profits.
What the?
Oh, that would have been way too soon.
Hey, listen,
That's like calling up. That's like calling up Oni Larcy. That's like Oni Larcy coming up to the main roster and be like, "I'm here to fight."
Oh no, or a fucking heavy machinery. It's a Ford.
I
It's a Ford.
I literally thought Sandy was going for Smack. Like Cien Almas, I thought for sure might go to SmackDown, but I thought for sure Sandy was being called up because Vince loves his Killian Dane. Like that's his boy right there.
Well,
Killian Dane has to get called up soon.
Well, from what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
apparently the plan.
Yeah, let's not talk about that stupid rumor. That rumor's so fucking stupid. Why would you ruin
Well, I
it?
can see it happening.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's stupid because you can see it happening. We don't need this. Like, just keep it. Okay. I want to go on a tangent. Why is it that WWE they're finally doing something where I'm like, wow, I'm interested in Bray Wyatt? Why do they always do this where they make me interested in this fat fuck and then afterwards they make me not interested? They always do some stupid storyline because they think, no, this is interesting. I like him with Matt Hardy. I think Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt are funny together. Why would you make it where Bray Wyatt betrays Matt Hardy, becomes the leader of this stupid sanity group where it's like only one guy is the main importance of that group? Because let's be real here. It's not EY. It's not even the other guy that I don't even know the name of or Nikki Cross. It's Killian Dane. That's the only guy that really is like going to succeed from that group. So like, why would you have it where you have Bray Wyatt betraying Matt Hardy and no, like have Bray Wyatt stay with Matt Hardy. Have Bray Wyatt help Matt Hardy on his expedition of gold. Like, why would you? Fuck this company, dude. I
Yeah,
swear.
they would do that because
They
you gotta
would.
derail the momentum, turn back heel, and then he'll be a jobber again.
Yeah, no,
I know.
like seriously, you're just doing the same shit with the Wyatt family. It's like anytime they do something interesting with Bray, like this is the first time I've been interested in Bray since after WrestleMania 32, where he turned babyface for like 2 seconds and he was like helping Roman Reigns out and he pointed at Roman Reigns to spear someone and Reigns speared them and he got the pin. Like that was sick. I was like, oh man, I'm in Bray Wyatt now. I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. Then he got injured and he missed a couple times. Then he came back all oogly boogly, anyone but you, Roman, or some shit. I'm like, oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
what is this shit? Or was he feeling with? I don't even see. That's how bad it is with Bray Wyatt. Half his stuff I can't even remember anymore. It's just more of like it's all the same. It's him like, I don't like you. You're in my lot. I'm gonna go down and take you down to Sister Abigail's soul. You know, it's just like, oh my god.
I hear you, man. I get what you're saying. I get it. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where, again, we can't put it past this company. Okay? It's the same company.
I want to put it past this company.
I know. It's the same company that decided to end Oscar's streak at WrestleMania, to have the cash in the following Tuesday.
What's wrong? What's wrong with that? They
I don't
had
know.
Charlotte.
I know that,
Yeah,
but I felt
that's
like
the tweet.
fair enough.
Who else was gonna end that streak? Let me know.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Cringe Ronda?
Charlotte ends it. Fans are not upset because she's been wrestling for quite some time. Ronda wins it, ends it. Oh, so many pissed off fans. Guaranteed.
That's true. True that.
Everyone loves Charlotte.
Yeah,
You can't-
Charlotte is the perfect golden child. She's learned her booking. You know, because like the thing about Charlotte too was that she's been kind of jobbing on, well, not jobbing, but she hasn't been doing anything on SmackDown as of late. And then all of a sudden she beats Asuka's streak, so it's kind of like you give something for her again. Because like, is Asuka like officially on SmackDown, or is that like she was just challenging for herself?
I assume she will be once the shakeup takes place.
Okay, so yeah, because I was gonna say she's in play for the shakeup, right? Because like I don't think she was officially on SmackDown, only if she won. But yeah, I think Charlotte.
And
I think Charlotte.
And I think
Raw.
I think Charlotte going to Raw. Yeah, Charlotte's going to Raw. Asuka's going to SmackDown. Maybe you could do Sasha as well if you want.
Sasha's going to SmackDown. I think that's why Sasha and Bailey are gonna have their match on Monday.
Yeah.
That-
But
What if Bailey goes to SmackDown?
Oh my god, dude! Oh no.
You're gonna lose even more viewers.
Yeah, dude. Her and Becky Lynch, they can fight off against the Riot Squad or the Iconic Duo.
The Riot Squad, they're jokes now when the Iconic Duo came out.
Nah, I want to know now. What I want to know is what happens now with fucking Absolution with Billy, with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
They're gonna be broken up.
Yeah, they're gonna be fine just singles.
Because you know why? They put Sonya Deville on Total Divas because she's openly gay. So
is she on the show? Really? Is she on the show?
They're putting her on the show. Yeah, they put her. They put her and Paige on.
Do they show who?
Well, Paige has been a recurring member, so it's not like she's new.
Well, yeah, but they putting Sonya on because of her lifestyle.
Yeah, well, but this was just fine. It's not a big deal. Like, I think that's okay. It's not like
Do they show her?
Like, well, because Sonya Deville's gonna get pushed both those women are gonna get pushed regardless. Like Mandy, because Mandy's smoking hot. Like, there's no way she's not getting pushed. And Sonya Deville, she's not bad, but it's not like she's like great, but she's not bad, and that's a good thing. Because that means there's a lot to work on. And both are like extremely like, I want to say they're both pretty damn young. Like, I know, man, like, aren't they like still under like late 20s? Both of those two girls? I could be wrong.
Let's see.
Andy looks like she's really young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, both of them are really young. So it's like they have like great potential.
Yeah. Sonya's 24.
Oh, I thought they were late 20s.
Damn, 24. She got a long way to go then.
Oh yeah, she's good. She's fine then. If she's like this at 24,
and Mandy Rose is 26.
Okay, if both these girls are like this at 24 and 26, pretty average, that's good because they can only go for the up. Hopefully,
yeah, exactly, absolutely. And I think out of the two, Mandy's going to be the star out of the two. Absolutely.
I don't know, man. They might play
got the look.
Yeah, I think
she has the look. I mean, I think Sonya's improved leaps and bounds, but I think, again, knowing WWE, they want the Playboy model look going, so they might just they might give the push to Mandy Rose.
Really? They want that Playboy model look going. They let Bailey run around with the title and shit.
No.
So much for that Playboy model look, Steven.
You don't want no Playboy model look. Get out of here.
I mean, Nia Jax is our champion. Is that
Alexa
really Playboy
Bliss
right there?
was Playboy model looking?
No, she's not. You're right.
Alexa Bliss is straight up every girl at the gym looking. That's it.
Could you picture them still doing the Playboy stuff with this generation of women? That'd be.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I don't want to imagine that.
Well,
Only
fair,
with probably 2 or 3 of them.
Probably Mandy Rose. I say
Mandy Rose and
Carmella.
Maybe Lana.
Carmella.
Oh yeah, no, Lana's Playboy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would have been a great gimmick. Like Rusev, like not want, like he could just steal like what Santino did for Maria, and Rusev just doesn't want Lana's Playboy cover to be out there and stuff.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Well, this is a good transition now. It's all about Rusev. So, in case you guys don't know, now I didn't catch this on SmackDown. I didn't catch this, but apparently, when the new general manager page announced the main who's gonna face, I guess when they announced who's gonna face Daniel Bryan, right? Because Daniel Bryan's back now. He's now a full-time wrestler. He's resigned as general manager of SmackDown Live.
Hope he goes to Raw.
People were apparently people in the crowd were chanting Rusev Day, right? And they got the 2 edits. They got the one that was from the crowd, Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day. And apparently WWE on their YouTube channel, the same clip, but they're chanting, they edit out and they put AJ Styles. AJ Styles, AJ Styles, AJ Styles. As you all,
Rusev Day chants.
As you all know, there was talks. Well, the original plan was to have Rusev versus The Undertaker in a casket match at the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia in a couple of weeks, right? And apparently, just days ago, I think it was yesterday, right? Yesterday or 2 days ago, word came out, breaking news, that Chris Jericho was going to replace Rusev with The Undertaker match at the greatest Royal Rumble in the casket, right? And people were coming off the woodwork, and yes, apparently there were talks that Rusev requested his release prior to WrestleMania, hence why he got pinned by Jinder Mahal and all that stuff. And people were wondering, hey, is he going to be gone? Is he leaving? Rusev wrote these tweets out on Twitter, changed his profile name and all that shit, posted his email inquiries for booking and stuff like that, giving the hint, oh shit, he's going to WWE, he's going out of WWE. And apparently now, all of it, in some way, has been a giant work.
Oh, duh. That's who Rusev is. Like, he loves doing this shit.
Yeah. That's what, it's a work.
He loves trolling people. He
does.
Thing, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, why would people believe he's leaving? Like, probably Rusev WWE probably like, oh shit, can we really fuck up Rusev even more? Like, why would we put him against Taker? That's what they probably bitched out at the last minute.
Or maybe they didn't know, because wasn't Jericho announced literally a day after the Rusev Undertaker match was announced? Maybe they didn't know Jericho could work 2 matches, you know?
So apparently Jericho was scheduled to compete at the Rumble match, the 15-man Rumble match. He was supposed to be booked in that match. And that was announced prior, and that was announced prior to Rusev versus Undertaker. And I guess final minute they did the switcheroo, and now Rusev is now in the Rumble match. Wow.
Well, Cena and Triple H are doing the Rumble match and their singles match against each other.
Well, there you go on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they were wondering Jericho could do double duty. I think that's what they were trying to see, and stuff like that. Like I think that's what they were kind of waiting and seeing. I mean, can you believe it, guys? Chris Jericho, he's wrestling at the biggest. He wrestled at the biggest event this year. You know, out of the country against a big time star, and he also wrestled at Wrestle Kingdom 12 against Kenny Omega. I mean, that's just insane, dude. If you think about it, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's international, Jericho. That's what.
Oh wait, you guys didn't see me burying Wrestle Kingdom and Kenny Omega like that, saying he wrestled at the biggest show across the country. You know, just saying, man. I don't know. What would you guys say? Is Greatest Royal Rumble or Wrestle Kingdom bigger?
Well, it's Undertaker. You know what I mean? It's it's not Taker. I mean, the thing is, though.
What? It's washed up Taker now?
No. Is it Taker that goes out there and has a 2-minute match like he did with Cena? Or again,
it's gonna be maybe 10.
I'm asking what's a bigger show in general. Like, do you think this is a bigger show or Wrestle Kingdom? Because, you know, Saudi Arabia, you know, that's a good debate. But anyways, I do have to head out right now, and I will say happy Rusev Day. But I hopefully will be back in time before the show ends. Who knows?
No problem, Chase. All right, easy, bro. Let us know.
We'll make it as long as possible.
We'll make it as long as possible, Chase. Make it as long as possible.
Yeah, that's a good question. Shit, he's not gonna hear it, but maybe in the playback. But the Greatest Royal Rumble, you know, it isn't a nice stadium. I think it holds how many? 60,000.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people, and this might be like maybe not every year thing. It could be, but why not? This looks like bigger than Mania almost. So. Freaking Saudi Arabia, lucky as hell. The only thing is, no women matches.
Yeah, might be home.
Oh man, I'm surprised no one's really like saying anything about that. Actually,
some of the people on YouTube has been, you know, scouting it, but I don't know. I think some of the people. I think I saw one petition saying that the women should be on there, but you know.
But it's not as big. It's not as big as changing the Moolah name, like
it's not
the
as
Moolah
big.
Battle Royal. It's not that outrage, because I remember a lot of people were bitching about the Moolah one, but now with this one, like, oh wow, every match is with men. Like, where's the women at? You know?
Yeah,
so, you know, I get it. It's culture and all that, but.
And I heard Lana said that no woman is like flying over there, so all the dudes are flying over.
Oh man,
no woman. So that's what she said. So I guess so. But do you think Balor wear the rainbow stuff over there?
Ooh.
Nah, dude.
I dare him.
I dare him. Yeah, I double dog. No,
he's not gonna do it.
Well, it's not him though. It's WWE, dude. Remember that. It's not. It's not.
But even if he wanted to, I don't know. He would think about it. He like.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I mean, you think about it, okay? I have nothing against that community because, again, I have relatives, I have friends that are openly gay. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where it's like, you know, we know when you're trying to, like, shove it, if you will. We know at the same time when you try to market and try to profit off of it. You know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to profit off this shit. Yeah, I understand. Apparently, the proceeds are going to GLAAD. Apparently, all the proceeds are going to GLAAD. So,
yeah.
But I think, honestly, for me, I'd say Wrestle Kingdom's a bigger show.
Yeah.
Well, it has more history.
More history.
It's kind of hard to say the Greatest Royal Rumble is the bigger show.
I mean, technically, yeah. Apparently, it's going to be a 5-hour show on Friday night. Next Friday night.
Are you sure it's not going to be a 6-hour show?
No. Apparently, there's 10 matches on the show. It's on a Friday. It's gonna be long as fuck though. But with 50 people in the Rumble though, holy shit, there's 50 people we're talking about in a Rumble match.
What's the
50
time
people.
you think it's gonna be?
I think it'll be probably 30 seconds or 60 seconds. It has to be.
That's a minute, probably.
Probably a minute.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But obviously, again, with that card as well, we're getting the big match: Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar inside the steel cage.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Here's the thing about it, and I'll be real with you guys. Listen, you all know this podcast is a pro Roman podcast. But even that at this point, it's like, yo, you've been dangling this shit for 4 years. 4 years, motherflowers. It's now or never. It should have happened at Mania. You know what I mean?
It should have. Yeah, it should have definitely happened at Mania. I don't know why they keep playing.
It should have happened at Mania. It should have happened at WrestleMania. You know, even though, to be fair with you, apparently, from what I've been reading, I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not, but apparently the plan was to have Roman win. And at the final minute, they changed their decision.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Because Lesnar resigned, that's why. Yeah,
Lesnar resigned. Apparently, it's a multi-year deal whe'll probably do more dates. I'm not even sure about that, but in the deal, he's going to be able to have one fight in the UFC. That, of course, again, he has to put himself back in the USADA pool and complete his suspension that he has still with USADA. So it's not like he had to fight right away. It's not like he's fighting Miocic or he's fighting fucking Francis Ngannou anytime soon. It's going to take a while for that to happen. But the point is, though, it's now or never with Roman Reigns. And I'll be real about it. I'm at a point now where, honestly, I just don't want to see it now. I just don't want to see it.
They're really fucking it up.
I get what they're trying to do. I get it. And I understand the whole notion of, hey, they didn't want to have the risk of putting Brock and Ren. I wish honestly Chase was here for this part. I really do. But I understand the notion that, hey, you didn't want to risk people booing, even though they were going to boo. They were booing. They were chanting, "This is awful." They're chanting for Nicholas. They're chanting for CM Punk. No one gave a fuck. And granted, this match was bad. It was a bad match. Okay. Now you're in essence, you sabotage the main event of WrestleMania just so they can go to Saudi Arabia, where these fuckers don't speak English. So obviously, Roman's gonna get a win, and people are gonna go crazy for it.
Are they really? I don't even think they would react. Or do they like Roman?
They will react.
They will react, dude. They will react.
We'll see. I'm intrigued. It's stupid, though. I agree. You're pretty much telling me that WrestleMania was the build-up to the greatest Royal Rumble. That's what they did, because once they found out Lesnar's resigning, you know what they were thinking? Yeah, fuck Reigns winning at Mania. Let's have him win at this event now, because I'm pretty sure this has to be it. Enough with the Reigns shit. He has to win sooner or later. I feel like this might be it. I mean, because, he's not going to get booed, like you said. And it's kind of like just fucking with us at this point. Like, fuck Mania. We're going to fucking do it here at the Greatest Royal Rumble, so no one has to boo that moment. It's kind of stupid. Like, just go all in with Reigns, even if they do boo. That's your guy. You don't have him lose to Lesnar like that. Like, it's so... You have him get pinned at SummerSlam. I think people forget about that, too. That's what hurts. And then he gets pinned again at Mania. Like, how is that your top guy? It can't be. It can't... You make him look weak, pathetic. You're not supposed to do that with Reigns. You're supposed to make him a badass. Don't make him like Daniel Bryan being an underdog. It's not going to work. So they really got to do something with this. And... maybe it's a better match there, but at this point, like they're losing a lot of interest.
Yeah, and I get that. You know, like I said before, it's now or never. Get it over with. Even if you're gonna take it to another country. I mean, if anything, what you could have done, have Roman win, right? Could you have done this too, dude? you can't have people have sympathy for Roman. That's what they're trying to do here. Have him be the hero, the heroic guy. No.
Yeah, I don't want to feel sympathy for Roman.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I don't want to feel. I want him to be a badass. You know what I mean? I want him to fucking not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Can we get a character like that? Someone who doesn't give a fuck? Is that too hard to ask for nowadays?
Nope. I mean, I know Reigns is capable of it. That's the sad part. I know he wants to do that. But with WWE, they want to book him some other way. Like, at first, it was going on good with Reigns.
It's like they cut his balls off.
And then Lesnar just destroys him, and then we got to feel bad for Reigns again. Like what the fuck, man?
Like, in a way, the feud was doomed to fail the moment they had him handcuffed.
Yep. When he didn't break the handcuffs.
He didn't break the handcuffs. Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, man.
That is exactly where it went wrong.
That's exactly like, bruh, come on. You know what I mean? And again, 9 times out of 10, we're the part of the community that, we're not going to shit on Roman Reigns. Right? We're not. I mean, granted, I know probably people will. And that's fine and dandy, okay? But at the end of the day, even we'll admit that, enough's enough. It's now or never. Either you go with it or you pull the plug and you move on. And you make someone else the guy. And no, it's not going to be Braun fucking Strowman. I'm sorry. No, it's not. I know people want to be Braun. No, it's not going to be Braun Strowman. Nor will it be Finn Balor. It's not going to be Finn Balor, especially with him now in this.
Balor? What the fuck?
It's not going to. People want to be Finn. I read comment there. People say, why can't it be Finn? Why can't it be Cesaro? Why can't it be Brian? Listen, Finn right now with this whole Glad campaign, it ain't happening. It's not fucking happening. Okay? With Cesaro, they missed that ship sailed. I'm sorry. That ship was Cesaro.
He's a tag team wrestler. He's not really.
Team. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not really considered a singles guy.
Yeah. Brian, no. Do you want Brian to commit career suicide? Don't be Brock.
You got Lashley. Lashley's the only one left.
Exactly. I mean, to be fair, I think Lashley and Brock would be a good match on a house show.
Nah, they're gonna have that at pay-per-view. You had your damn mind for house show.
SummerSlam? SummerSlam?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be SummerSlam. I can't think. Dude, that's a big match. You can't have that in no jobber house show. Come on, man.
I know.
You gotta have that in a serious show, and SummerSlam would be good. Title or no title, like they gotta do that match at some point.
I know. But yeah, I mean, another thing too. Moving right along here. Did you guys? You all caught the Andre documentary, right? I know Walter, you didn't, but Mike, I know you did.
Yeah.
I thought overall it was very well done from HBO. I didn't watch it on HBO. I watched it online. I don't have HBO here. But I thought overall, awesome done. Very, very awesome documentary.
Yeah.
To me, Andre the Giant, that is, always was and always will be probably the greatest special attraction in the history of the wrestling business. It shows you how much he really cared for the business, how much he would, go out of it to protect the business, That's what I got of it. And at the same time, him and his problems, how much alcohol he would consume.
Dude, that dude was a freaking...
Look, I'm going to say this right now. That guy on his own would put all of us to shame.
Dude, man, that dude was drinking. Like 20 bottles of wine. That's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. Dude, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Exactly, man. It's just one of those things where it's like, bruh, yo.
And I thought the story that Hogan told about him being scared that Andre wouldn't put him over, I thought that was a good story.
That probably was true. Again, but Andre is, you just never knew. The story of WrestleMania 3, where Andre obviously lost to Hulk Hogan, the build. Granted, it was at a time where Andre was fucked up. Andre had a bad back and all that. His acromegaly, I believe, if I butchered the name, I apologize. But
I think you said it right.
Acromegaly, which was the growth hormone that he had that was so excessive and shit, was beginning to have to develop, and really starting to get bad, and no one really knew but whether or not will he put over Hogan, and he had to. That was the passing of the torch. Absolutely, the passing of the torch. But for me, like I said before, Andre the Giant, hands down, always was, always will be the greatest special attraction that the business ever produced.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? I thought it was funny that the big cameo Ric Flair, they talked about Andre's dick size. Like, come on, really?
Yeah, it's like he wore a 22 size ring, a 24 size shoe. What more can I tell you?
What can I tell you? Yeah, what can I tell you, man? What can I tell you?
It was also cool to see Meltzer too.
Yeah, you saw Meltzer, Vince McMahon, Triple H, everyone. You know what? It's crazy. Yeah, all those people in one.
Yeah, Vince crying.
And you know what, though? I think it's great that you just wrapped it up almost near WrestleMania 3. Yeah. Granted, yes, he was a tag team guy with Haku. He's part of the Heenan family. Near the end, he was just in pain. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I felt like it was good that they wrapped it up near there. Yeah, he did have cameos in the 90s where he would show up in crutches and shit like that, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah. You know? I remember they put down one of the 2K games in the showcases where they had Andre come out in the crutches. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. It was one of the showcases. I forget. I think it was like, I gotta look it up. I can't think of it off top, but I remember seeing that visual in one of the showcases.
I remember that. Yeah, fair enough. But Walter, I know you didn't watch the documentary yet. But I know you're in the process of moving and all that. But for you, I don't know how much of Andre that you watch over the years from playbacks and stuff like that. What would be your fondest memory of Andre the Giant?
Andre the Giant, yeah, that dude wrestled way before my time, but
everyone's time, obviously.
Just before a lot of people's times. But yeah, I can't wait to see that documentary later on. He's one of he's an inspiration to a lot of guys. Was in the business today, he was wrestling in the past. He's the first ever Hall of Famer. So, I mean, he's just one of those guys. When people think of wrestling, they think of Hogan, obviously, and Andre. He's like the big. I mean, when I didn't watch wrestling, because I started watching wrestling when I was young too, and so I already knew about Andre right away. I don't have the biggest memory because, like I said, I haven't watched it back then, but I know how much of an impact he is, and without that WrestleMania 3, him and Hogan, you can never forget that, and he definitely was a success towards the WWF or whatever you want to call it back then. Growing without him, how much more of a success can the company really be? I think he definitely helped.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Absolutely. I know this is but again, if you haven't watched it, guys, go ahead and watch it on HBO. It's probably online as well. A very, very good documentary. I know this is a random topic, but fuck, apparently Heinz have finally made it. They finally did mayo ketchup, Walter.
Mayo ketchup? Wow.
You never had it? You never had it, bro?
I've had it before, but they just came up with that idea.
Have you ever had it, Mike? Mayo ketchup?
No, I haven't, but I heard of it. I'm not a big mayo person, but
all right. So
neither is my friend.
So what you do is so you grab ketchup and mayo, right? You mix it together. Until it turns like a pink sauce, right? It's a Puerto Rican. It's a Puerto Rican thing. Mostly also Hispanic.
Some people call it fry sauce too. So
nah. So what you do is what I usually do. I add some cayenne pepper to it to get a little spice to it. But it goes good on sandwiches, burgers, and shit like that, right? But yeah, apparently Heinz is finally made officially, but they're kind of late to it, in my opinion. They're very,
That's what I'm saying.
Very late.
They just came up with that.
I know. Moving along here as well, also Smack, and again, we're going back and forth in numerous topics, okay? We're not the perfect podcast. I'm just saying that right now. But hey, we are who we are. Also on SmackDown, Carmella cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Finally, right? After having it for how many days? 200 some days.
She was the longest one out of everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Like
That's crazy. I didn't even think about it. She definitely had it for a long time.
After Iconic Duo cashed in, after Iconic Duo interfered and attacked Charlotte, and now she cashed in. And here's the thing about it, I don't think it'll be a long run. I'm happy for her, don't get me wrong. Because you think about this, right? I know for a lot of people, Carmella is like, whatever. But you think about this, right? When Cash and Enzo and Carmella were a thing, right? Over on NXT, right? In the back of your mind, you would never think, okay, if the three were to break up, that Carmella will be the big star out of the three.
Yeah.
And look what happened. Enzo was fired, right? Apparently, Enzo's been cleared of the whole thing. Yeah, heard about that?
I heard it's been reopened actually.
Okay, it's been reopened. Okay, fair enough. But apparently, this whatever the fuck her name is, that Paranoia, whatever the fuck her name is. She shut down her Twitter handle and shit like that. So whatever. But you gotta get the idea, right? I always thought the Big Cass would be the star, or now Colin Cassidy. I'm sorry, Colin Cassidy would be the star of the group, with Enzo being the mouthpiece. And look what happened now. If you would have told me literally 2 years ago that Carmella would be the star, be the only one that survived, I would have laughed at you, bro. I don't know about you guys, but I would have laughed at the whole thing.
It's all because of the circumstances that happened, like you just mentioned. Enzo, what happened to him? He could have still been the big star, but shit happens. He's dumb. Even if he didn't do it, didn't really alert WWE. WWE was finding an excuse to kind of fire him anyway. But Big Cass got injured as well. I mean, we weren't really liking Big Cass's, initial push anyway, but still, he shouldn't have got hurt like that.
I heard you.
But I'm proud of. Well, I can't say I'm proud of Carmella. I don't really care for her that much. I'm not really the biggest fan. But at least she finally did it. I mean, it would have been sad if she didn't cash in successfully. Like, that would have been a waste of time. You've held it on for so long. Finally did it. Don't really care how long it's gonna be. The reign's gonna be. It's just a moment. Need these type of moments for after Mania. They wanted to probably do this for her, just like Ziggler cashing in after Mania as well. They like doing this for some reason. I don't know.
I hear you, man. Absolutely. But let's move on to our, I guess, last time before we take calls, if you will. I'm sure you all heard what happened this past week during WrestleMania weekend. Alberto El Patron got fired by Impact Wrestling. They finally let him go. It's crazy because I don't know if you've both been watching Impact, but I have been watching it here and there, right? I'm actually gonna watch Redemption. Am. And the build
pay-per-view?
Yeah, coming up like literally next Sunday, right? Excuse me. It's crazy because
that's what you think of it.
No. On the contrary. The build up thus far has been Alberto El Patron and Austin Aries. Which I've thought, honestly, I've enjoyed the build for what it was. I've enjoyed it. Okay. They were actually doing these like video packages, had that UFC like countdown vibe to it almost, if you will. And I thought they were great. Right? I thought, okay, it'll probably be a good match, all the fuck you want. Until the breaking news happened that he got fired. That is El Patron, apparently for no showing the WrestleCon show. So, in case you guys don't know, this past WrestleMania weekend, literally this past Friday, it was Impact Wrestling versus Lucha Underground at WrestleCon on Twitch, right? And apparently they got some big numbers. Apparently it got like over 1 million live viewers at the time they were going live. That's good for them.
That's really good.
Yeah. I'm telling you now, bro. Impact Wrestling, they're coming for Ninja. They're coming for him. I'm telling you right now,
Not even close.
I know. So they let him go for no showing, and now the main event of Redemption is now it's Austin Aries defending the Impact title versus Pentagon Jr. versus Rey Fenix.
Wow.
Triple threat.
People.
Because at the show this past Friday, Pentagon pinned Rey Fenix. So, Alberto Patron was fired from Impact Wrestling for no showing the event during WrestleMania weekend, but he claims that it was due to a family situation. Apparently, Patron spoke with Sporting News and said the following about his non-appearance. This is what Alberto said in quote, okay? Ready for this? In quote.
What?
I had a family situation that I needed to attend. As you know, my family, my kids are my priority. The situation was involving them, and that's why I decided to take care of business and take care of my family situation. And that's all that happened. And that comes to what I was just saying to you. I know people want to know absolutely everything. This only concerns my family, my parents, my sister, myself, and my kids. And that's the way it's going to stay. In addition, Alberto says he plans to continue wrestling in Mexico before retiring next year.
He's not retiring.
He's not retiring. He needs money.
So, it's crazy to think, right? But keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. Alberto El Patron was in New Orleans WrestleMania weekend. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. Did you guys catch that? Yeah.
What'd you say? What did you say?
So Alberto El Patron was in New Orleans during WrestleMania weekend.
Oh yeah, I heard that. You know, but he no-showed the.
No. But apparently, so again, if I can find it here. Hold up. So Alberto El Patron was at WrestleCon.
He was.
Are y'all there? Yeah, hear me. Yeah, hearing me?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alberto El Patron was at WrestleCon. Just keep that in mind. He was at WrestleCon. Apparently the same day at the Impact vs. Lucha Underground show.
That's nuts.
He was there for the press conference that took place hour before the show.
So why did he just no-show the show if he was there?
And it was crazy because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but as you all know, I am a big fan of the Bad Bunny. Okay?
Yeah.
And of course, and I'm also a fan of DJ Luyan. Walt, I'm sure you know who DJ Luyan is, right?
He's the most famous DJ that Bad Bunny's ever had.
Exactly. And as you all know, Bad Bunny and DJ Luyan are also wrestling fans. They're both diehard wrestling fans, right? And they were in New Orleans for WrestleMania weekend. They were actually backstage they were backstage at WrestleMania. They were backstage at WrestleMania. Dude, if you go on Bad Bunny's Instagram, you'll see he was backstage at WrestleMania with DJ Luyan. He was backstage at Raw, all that shit, right? But that's not the point though. So DJ Luyan was interviewed at WrestleCon, right? And it was interrupted by Alberto El Patron. Drunk, that is. I'm gonna play the video. Don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
Seguimos esta odisea de WrestleCon 2018 y a mi lado DJ Luyan.
Do y'all hear this, by the way? Do y'all hear it?
Yes. Yeah.
¿Cómo está?
A ver, dime, estamos aquí.
Estamos ready. ¿Qué hay? ¿Cómo te va aquí?
Papi, súper contento, dándome la vuelta.
Pronto en Puerto Rico.
Here comes Alberto El Patron. Tell me if it doesn't sound drunk to you.
No, ven acá. A ver, tú me vas a aclarar. ¿Para qué me traes al hermano ese tuyo? ¿Qué? A ver, ¿qué carajo? ¿De qué se trata?
Yo nunca he visto miedo.
No.
Cuando vi a mi hermano anoche.
Sabio. No, a ver, aquí está sabio. A ver, tú aclárale. ¿Para qué me traes el pinche hermano ese?
Contra.
A ver, mira. ¿Has visto esa película donde se avientan la escena de "And the power of Christ compels you"? Así debes hacerle con el hermano este cabrón. Oye, me escondí, mira. Me agarré 25 vuelos para llegar a Nueva Orleans, para que no me viera. Y voy aterrizando y lo primero que recibo es prim. No te escondas, Legend. ¿Dónde estás? Corrí, dejé mi maleta en el carrusel y me encuentro al hermano. Y le digo, ¿cómo estás, Carlito? El hermano está aquí. Oh, no está aquí. Y me llegó. Cuando me llegó. Y se me montó al carro como el Terminator y ya no me pude quitar de él. Y el resultado es...
Hasta ahorita. Cansado. Oye, esas son las cosas que pasan en estos eventos. Cuando se encuentran esas leyendas grandes.
So I don't know if you can tell right now, but he sounded intoxicated, apparently.
Yeah, I think he's an alcoholic, to be honest with you.
He definitely is.
Yeah. Here's the thing about it. You know what, dude? It's one of those things where, at this point, fuck him.
He should have been fired. I mean, when he got suspended, honestly.
At this point,
he should have been fired.
You know what? I would not be surprised if he goes back to WWE.
I wouldn't take it if I was WWE.
That would be a waste.
Yeah,
Listen, man,
waste of money.
Because honestly,
Could
they
be
have
used on Pyro.
they have someone that could fill that void. In my opinion, I've said this before, and it's a better version of Alberto Del Rio or El Patron. That's Andrade Cien Alma.
And I agree with you on that.
Exactly. Why the fuck would they need Del Rio if they have, Almas?
But you know what, though?
It's
I don't
the
want to talk
same
about this
thing.
shit no more. I don't want to talk about this shit no more. Fuck this crap. Let's take some calls, all right? Let's take this shit to the streets. Mother Flowers, if you want to call in, the phone lines are officially open. 718-473-0813. Give us your thoughts and anything you want to talk about. Your thoughts on anything you want, literally. Anything you want to talk about. Your thoughts on Del Rio. Your thoughts on Rusev. Your thoughts on the Superstar Shakeup. Your thoughts on anything. My prediction for Superstar Shakeup is this. Rollins goes to Raw. Styles goes over.
Rollins is on Raw already.
Rollins goes to SmackDown. Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My prediction is simple, okay? Rollins goes to SmackDown. Sasha goes to SmackDown. Charlotte goes to Raw. And, yeah. That's pretty much it. And I guess if anything, Bayley can go as well. Why the fuck not? I'm going to say this also. The New Day go over to Raw. The New Day goes over to Raw.
They need it.
Yeah, they're tired of Usos and New Day.
Yeah.
As weird as that is to say. It's just how much can you really do with those two in the same brand?
Exactly. Chase, are you back, bro? Okay, I don't know. 916, you're on the air. What up?
Hey, it's Dave Sack, everybody.
Dave Sack, how the fuck you been, Motherflower?
I'm doing all right. Just playing some GTA, listening to the show.
Okay. That's what's up, man. GTA is a good game. So tell us what we want to talk about this week. What do you want to discuss, man? What are your
a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like maybe give a few shake-up predictions, and also talk about this freaking Saudi Arabia show. I'm one of the very few people who think Roman should lose in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Now, hear me out. I believe that he should have won it at Mania. Because it's 4 years in the making. The moment that the streak was broken, that was the start of building this whole Roman shit. Like that was just building up Roman's first real mountain to climb to legitimize him as the top guy. And no offense to Saudi Arabia, I understand this is a big deal, but it's a glorified house show. All right, it is a super glorified house show. This is a 5-hour version of Beast in the East. That's what it is. It's a network special jammed between Mania and Backlash. They already basically are telling you Roman's taking on Samoa Joe at Backlash, no matter if it's for the title or not. So why should I give two fucks about a steel cage match? And truth be told, I want to see Brock just walk out the cage because he can't pin Roman because that'll make Roman seem strong. And I think that's the way you do it. And from there on, lead to a match at like SummerSlam, possibly. But it's like they would have been better off having a rematch like on the Raw after Mania if Roman is supposed to take the title this quick. I think that would have got a big pop, no matter if it was a boo or a cheer. And that's just my honest opinion of the current state of the Saudi Arabia thing. They're doing a Rumble with no stipulations. Like, why have this big 50-man Rumble if like the winner's not getting a title shot at SummerSlam or something, or like a title shot at Money in the Bank? Like, they really should have announced something like that. And so for me, I just survived basically 12 hours of wrestling. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame. I did watch that Lucha Underground versus Impact thing at WrestleCon, but I survived Mania and Takeover, and so doing over 12 hours in one weekend. I really honestly do not feel like this soon, like watching another 5-hour one event. And I'm still going to force myself to watch ROH Supercard because I heard that was a good show. But it's like...
Honestly, Supercard was just, to be real with you, dude, Supercard was just a one-match show, to be honest.
It's just a 2-match show.
I mean, for me, it's a 2-match show because I like
a
wrestle,
2-match
so
show.
Whenever they wrestle, I'll watch them. But I know it's a 1-match show, Cody versus Omega. And honestly, in regards to that, listen, I've always felt one way about that. And I mean, I don't hate Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes shouldn't be in Bullet Club. I've never felt like he needed it. And I feel like he's the Jeff Jarrett of Bullet Club.
That's more Bone Soldier than anything. But to get back to what you're saying regarding the Greatest Royal Rumble being in the house, and you're right. Technically, it is. It's a network special, but technically, though, isn't that what we've been wanting from WWE though for a long time to showcase these special house shows? Yeah, that's one though. This shit, but bro, this. Yeah,
okay,
but dude, but this shit ain't hockey though, bro. You just can't just give me. It's like you just can't give me one. Like, yeah, granted, for a while, like I said before,
I'm happy.
I'm happy as well. Listen,
it's going to be on the network. But
to be fair,
I don't think that's where you drop the belt.
To be fair, this is what I'm getting from. The Saudi Arabia Sports Authority partnership with WWE will present the Greatest Rumble event at the King Abdullah Sports City Hall in Jeddah. Whatever. Apparently, this event is a part. Okay, this is a 10-year partnership. It's a part of the Division 2. Yeah, it's a 10-year deal.
Yeah, it's 10 years.
Exactly. So
that's every year.
So in a way, this is WWE trying to cater to the crowd in Saudi Arabia. Granted, is it a long show? Yes, it is. Is it a glorified house show? Yes, it is. But nonetheless, this is a network special that fans have been clamoring for, that they wanted them to showcase these house shows in certain cities like New York, Chicago, LA. Granted, Starcase should have been a network special. Beast in the East was a North. Beast in the East Beast in the East was a network special in Japan. And granted, yes, is it a skippable show? Yes. It's a long as fuck, absolutely. But then again, so is Wrestle Kingdom. So you know what I mean. So was the Ring of Honor show, technically. But the point of the matter is, end of the day, this is WWE, and I said this earlier on in the show. In a way, they shot themselves in the foot with WrestleMania because they should have had Roman win there. They did. Should have had Roman win there, and you know what? Do the rematch for that crowd in the cage. Essentially, yes. Do I feel Roman's gonna win? Yes. And not only because, hey, it'll be received better over there, but at the same time, you want to have that shock moment at a house show. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. 2017, right? It was AJ Styles and Kevin Owens at the Garden. What happened? Owens lost to Styles for the title. And now it's like, oh my God, breaking news, new U.S. champion, motherflowers. AJ Styles, the new United States champion. Unbelievable, right?
Right.
So, again, it's just one of those things where, A, it's them trying to cater to the Saudi Arabia crowd. And 2, this is them literally trying to have that wow moment, if you will. But again, they shot themselves in the foot.
I get it, but let me do a comparison for you. You know how TNA back in the day, they had Ring of King, okay? Now, if they were building up a story, a wrestling angle that was to conclude and it's for the TNA World title, would you want to see the title change hands with the two people feuding at Ring of King or Bound for Glory?
Well, dude, again, we're talking about TNA, and I heard TNA's hiring, okay? I heard they're hiring.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys didn't talk about that yet.
Dude, you missed that.
To be fair, dude, listen.
That was the epic line.
I know it was the epic line. And you know what, though? To be fair, TNA is dead. It's now Impact Wrestling. And then again,
That's
dude.
why they get away with it.
And then again.
No, you know it.
No.
It's the same shit.
Not necessarily. To me, I respect.
It's the same turd wrapped in a different box. That's what it is.
I get what you're trying to say, but to me, I'm trying to be respectful here. Okay. To me, it's Impact Wrestling. Right. Okay. And not for nothing, I have a lot of Impact fans that are listening to the show, and I know they get butthurt, just like that fucktard QB from that Impact Lounge shit. All right. Just saying. But the point of the matter is,
I mean,
listen.
I like. I do watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
Point of the matter is, let's be real about it. You can't please an Impact fan. You can't. Not in 2018. Impact fans, they look for people to talk negative. They literally go on social media and search for fans talking negative and shit purposely. Right. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, you know what? It's a nod on Impact Wrestling. It's kind of a rib, but they took it well. I believe. Not for nothing, but Impact on Twitter, they are now the Wendy's of Twitter. In wrestling, they're not, yeah, they are. I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but they are now literally the Wendy's of Twitter, if you will. But point of the matter is this, okay? TNA's dead, okay? The founder of TNA is a WWE Hall of Famer now. And not for nothing, but if you guys watch WrestleMania, in the video package of Nakamura versus Styles, they showed pictures of Styles in TNA.
Yeah, they did.
So
and they got the deal for the Hardys for their next DVD to use TNA footage.
Yeah, it's part of the deal. That was part of that deal that they said with Anthem. So end of the day, you know, listen, back to this whole thing though. You know, it's now or never with Roman. It's now or never. It's been 40 years.
I agree.
Listen, you know me. Listen, you know me. I'm a Roman fan. You know what I mean? I'm not like these fucking smarts that, fuck Roman because it's the fucking cool shit to say. You know what I mean? Point of the matter is, like, listen, it's been 4 years already. 4 years.
And that's the only reason why I say it feels like it just is gonna leave a sour taste in my mouth that he's gonna win in Saudi Arabia. You know, I get it. Like, honestly, I think that crowd's just gonna cheer because they're finally getting a live event there.
And not for nothing too. And not for nothing too. Not for nothing. Okay. Let's be real about it. I think Mike, Walter, you both will agree with me as well. I know Chase would as well if Chase is listening to this when he comes back home. But that belt needs to come off of Brock ASAP.
It does. I do agree about that.
Everyone agrees with that.
Everyone,
even Roman haters agree with that. Like, they don't want Lesnar with this.
Exactly. So here's how I look at it too. Okay, and I said this on Twitter. I said this on Facebook. And I agree with it. Once Roman wins this belt, the Roman hate needs to die. It really needs to die out. Right? It's ridiculous. I feel like, again, people just say fuck Roman, this shit and whatnot, just to be cool, be hip. It's like agreeing with a girl because you want to hit it that badly. So you'll go out of your way to pretty much agree with that girl just so you can eventually slide in your little, AAA battery inside her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Listen, everyone thought WrestleMania Roman was going to win, right? People were bitching and moaning on social media that, oh my God, Roman's going to win, fuck this shit. And no, they swerved everybody.
They sure did.
And they gave y'all what they gave everyone what they wanted. Brock retaining. And people still complain about it. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want it with ice or with no ice? Do you want fries or no fries? You know what I mean? Like, come on. At this point in juncture.
What do you? I agree.
What do you got? Like Mike Walter? Like Mike Walter? What do you think about that?
Well, we desperately need the title to come off Brock. And this is basically a way for WWE to make it look good because we pretty much crapped on it at WrestleMania. They need that positive reaction. They needed to make it look good in headlines. We're all going to crap on it once they come back to the States, so it really doesn't even matter. They should have did it at Mania. But we need a change, and they should have pulled the trigger, and they didn't, and it's really going to bite them in the ass again. So,
and not for nothing, too. Walter, what about you, bro? What about you?
No, I agree. They definitely it's the biggest show. If you want to establish Roman as your top guy, you haven't won at Mania, not at this greatest Royal Rumble thing. Like it's dumb. To me, it's dumb.
And I'm gonna say this too. A part of me really believes that, believe it or not, with this shakeup, and I know I didn't say, but I'm gonna say it right now. I believe Roman's going to SmackDown,
and AJ's going Raw.
Should.
Exactly, and you switch the belts around. It's gonna happen. If you think about.
AJ's going to Raw. I expect him on Raw this month.
And I agree with that. And you know what? Sauer makes a valid point. In the comment threads. By the way, shout out to Kimberly Ramos as well in the chat as well.
What is there for AJ to do on SmackDown? Let's be honest.
But hold up. But Sauer makes this valid point though in the comment threads. WWE still doesn't explain why Roman is getting another shot, and that's very true as well. That's very true.
And he complained about it too.
Roman complained.
He was like, I just found out that I'm fighting Brock Lesnar in a cage match, and I don't know why.
Shut the fuck up and be happy. I got another chance.
It's like he's scared now. He's scared. He's scared of Lesnar. Like, what the fuck?
He saw the blood run down his face. Like,
hey, I will say this though: the moment that match happened, right after that match happened at Mania, the first words out of my mouth was, "Okay, what's the reward?" Because he bled the hard way, like Orton did.
Yeah.
And we all saw what happened with Orton. Like he won the Rumble and shit. So it's like, I do see it coming, happening at Saudi Arabia, but it's like I prefer, because of how long the build has been to solidify him as, okay, this is the main guy, this is his main mountain to climb. It needs to be a bigger stage. It really should. And I mean, if you're not going to do Mania, and I know we'll all get tired if it has to stretch till SummerSlam, it would just kind of feel right, even though, like, he's mainly getting booed in the States. And so, like, that's the only reason I kind of shit can the Saudi Arabia show. That's the only reason.
Exactly.
Because it's like, if you put this much work into one guy, and it took up 4 years to get to the right thing, you can't, the fact that they pushed out at the last minute, then it's like, yo, come on, man.
Exactly.
Come on.
All I know is that there's going to be a title change to that show. I just don't know which titles.
Yeah, it's going to be a title.
Exactly.
Well, the tag titles already won.
Yeah.
So
6-2-0, you're on the air. What up?
Your show is so great, I want to come.
Okay. Fantastic.
I'm going to come.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Who the hell is that?
Good question. I don't know.
You don't know who that is?
I have no idea.
I thought you did.
I have no idea who, but whatever. Okay. People want to come. All right.
He hung up?
Good for them.
I removed them. Don't worry about it.
I thought it was someone that you knew or something.
Not really, dude.
Oh, it was just a troll.
I guess so.
Did you guys want to do, I did want to give a few shake-up picks. If that's
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, I honestly think, because I think they should trade the two women's champions to switch brands. Like, if you're going to bring over Asuka and like maybe move Charlotte or something, like, it would just be a big move because normally they switch up champions. But I feel like I do feel like Charlotte's going to be feuding with Iconic for a little bit. So if these moves have to happen right away, I wouldn't be surprised if they do switch the women's champions. Other than that, I think New Day's moving to Raw in exchange for Balor Club to SmackDown.
Yeah, that should. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Finn Balor's
that's a 3-3 trade right there. And other than that, I think Big Cass or Colin Cassidy will return on SmackDown in exchange for Baron Corbin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Possibly so.
So I mean,
what
those
a trade!
Those are a few picks, and then Bobby Roode for who's a good person for Bobby Roode? I know. I just feel like Bobby Roode's got to go to Raw. I'm getting tired of Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton. and I know Randy Orton's going to end up going one-on-one with Jinder Mahal. So Bobby Roode's just lost in the shuffle. I think, you know what? Fuck it. I know he just debuted last week, but Bobby Roode for No Way Jose. Put No Way Jose on SmackDown.
Nah, that's too soon, dude.
Nah.
You got someone drafted right now. I mean, if anything, the way I look at it, like I said, to me, Roman goes to SmackDown, AJ goes to Raw, Rollins goes over to SmackDown as well, and you bring in Jinder Mahal to Raw.
Then you gotta switch Jinder to Raw.
Jinder to Raw. Miz goes to back to SmackDown like the feud with Daniel Bryan.
There you go, Miz for Bobby Roode. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Miz got to go back to SmackDown.
Sasha and Bailey go over with Sasha, Bailey, Liv Morgan. Not bad. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose over to SmackDown Live. You bring in Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, why the fuck not, and Sarah Logan to Raw. And you know what? Throwing Charlotte in there as well. Also goes over to Raw, to SmackDown as well. Again, there's so much shit you can do right now, bro. I kid you not.
Yeah. They're not even gonna do all that.
I even heard rumors. I even heard rumors as well. And you know what? In this shakeup too, you can bring in more people from NXT.
Yeah,
I heard rumors that
they're gonna wait till after the shakeup for more SmackDown call-ups.
I've heard a Velveteen Dream might be on his way as well.
I heard that. I was just getting ready to bring that up.
That should be after SummerSlam.
Well, Mike, what are you gonna say about that?
I said the women especially needs a shake up.
No, about Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream. Yeah. I heard he was coming up because they think that, he's sort of like Elias. His character needs to be like on the main roster, and it feels like there's no room for him on NXT because you got EC3, Ricochet, you got Adam Cole as the North American champion. You got all these people in this, and Killian Dane, fighting for that whole thing. So they're thinking about pushing him up, and I don't know which brand he'll be on, but they said it probably most likely wouldn't happen, but it's not out of the question.
And you know who needs to go to SmackDown just to kill the story completely? Jason Jordan.
Oh,
fuck him. Send that boy to SmackDown and just kill this whole. Oh, I'm Kurt Angle's son.
Trade chasing Jordan with Chad Gable.
Yeah. This time with him off on injury was much needed for that story to die.
No, but he was supposed to have a Mania match. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
I think they should put if Elias got traded to SmackDown, he could team up with Rusev and Aiden English.
And I think Elias is fine on Raw.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he's spot on Raw. Yeah, he has a good spot on Raw.
I'm reading the comments here. Swaks1 writes here, I think Rusev has legitimately resigned from WWE. Apparently, he's been trolling everybody. I wonder if Lana's going to remain in the WWE or resign with them as well. I think they just troll everybody. I hope SmackDown makes.
Going to Raw, I think.
Yeah, I think he is as well. I hope SmackDown makes out better than Raw. Here's the thing about it, you know what too? That's a very also a valid thing as well. It needs to be balanced. It needs to be a balanced.
It's not gonna be balanced. Are you crazy?
I just realized what needs to happen for Rusev. Rusev's first main feud after the shakeup needs to be with Cien Almas.
No.
And it could be a couples feud.
No.
No. Because Lana,
just think how fucked up WWE is with their booking. They would do something like that.
No,
they would do
Zelina
something
Vega
like
is
as
Inkling's
over as
better.
Rusev is as a baby face, and like Sienna as a heel. I'm just saying.
No,
I think Ciena's not gonna get called up till like after the next takeover, which is Chicago, right?
Nah, I think SummerSlam weekend he gets called up. Cause you know what? From what I'm hearing, here's the thing about it: you can do two stories right now with Andrade and Alma. You can do the Gargano and Almas feud again. This time, add Candice LeRae, add Zelina Vega to the mix, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can do that for Takeover Chicago, right? Takeover Brooklyn. You could do, and this is Andrade's go away feud. This is go away, right? Mm-hmm. You do Andrade and Drew McIntyre, where Drew gets his big win again. Drew gets the big win.
Loser leaves NXT.
Drew's gonna stay. Drew was like an NXT veteran at this point.
I'm reading the comments here as well. I hope Sasha and Alicia goes to SmackDown and Naomi. I don't think Alicia's going anywhere, bro. I think Alicia Fox is done. After what happened,
Are you serious? He's about to get fired.
From what I'm hearing, she's gonna get fired. No, so in case you guys don't know, over the WrestleMania weekend, Alicia Fox got into an altercation with Travis Brown. Now, I'm wondering who the fuck is Travis Brown?
Who the fuck is that? No.
This is where y'all tell me, Mother Flower, who the hell is Travis Brown? Travis Brown is none other than former UFC heavyweight. Well, he probably still fights. He fights in the UFC. He's a heavyweight, but he is the husband of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's what he is. Forget the other tags. He's just the husband.
Yeah, he's the husband of Ronda Rousey.
He has embraced the title of Mr. Rousey, unlike Mr. Bailey. Unlike Mr. Bailey.
So what happened was there's an altercation, I guess the day of the Hall of Fame ceremony or the day before, I don't know, WrestleMania, where, as you all know, everyone's in New Orleans, Bourbon Street, everyone's getting turned the fuck up, drunk as all hell, and I guess Alicia Fox was under the influence. She was intoxicated. She was drunk as all hell, and she went at it with Travis Brown. And there you go. And because of that, she was removed from the Women's Battle Royal, and she was told not to appear at WrestleMania.
She wasn't even allowed backstage.
None of that shit.
I thought she wasn't medically cleared.
No, she was cleared.
Damn.
I like to see Lana. Kimberly writes in the comment thread, I like to see Lana get her ass beat so that doesn't sound so like a bad match. Zelina Vega, without a doubt, is the highest woman in NXT. That's true. When the shirt hitting the shot. Oh, real soon. So we're gonna have merch real soon, guys. We have merch real soon. Salrex has been working around the clock, and next week on this, well, tell us what, this Monday, I will launch the store over on Teespring. So tune into the Raw review this Monday, and I will announce the store and all that fun stuff. So yeah, we're going back to selling merch, baby. That's right, Mother Flowers. Nice. So now we're on Teespring. I'll let everyone know about it Monday. Monday, I'll announce the site. This is Teespring, like I said, and all that fun stuff, all that information that you all need to know. We're going to be back to selling merch thanks to our awesome graphic designer that is the homie himself, Salrex from Salrex Gaming. Again, if you are a YouTuber, a podcaster out there, you want awesome logos done, graphics done, layouts done, overlays done, hit him up on Twitter at Salrex Gaming. I have a link to his Twitter down in the description box. Done amazing stuff. I can't thank him enough. I really cannot thank him enough. But you know what, guys? Listen, it's getting late. I have work in a couple hours, so we're gonna wrap up the show right now. So, Dave, thank you for calling in, buddy. Thank you for calling in, homie.
No problem, man. I just want to give a big public shout out to Jason Solomon. I know the weekend prior to Mania, he lost his mom. So I just want to send my prayers and regrets to him and his family.
For sure, man. Again, for sure, absolutely. Talked to him pretty well.
All right, peace.
All right, be easy, brother. Be easy. And that was Dave Sack, guys. Again, another cool guy. Go check him out as well, Dave Sack. But yeah, guys, it's been a good episode. I think it's a good time to wrap it up here. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap up? Before we, any closing thoughts you guys want
to... like you said, man, that's so much wrestling, WrestleMania weekend, and now we get more wrestling with this Royal Rumble. WWE sure knows how to give us a lot of wrestling content.
Sure, be back for the next one. For sure. Thank you, Kimber. Appreciate it, all right? But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in this week. You can follow the Team Heel Podcast on Twitter at Team Heel Podcast. This podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher, also over at Podbean. So in the link down below is the link to the Podbean. Hit the follow there. Be notified when this podcast goes up as an audio format over on Podbean. I understand it's easier to listen to Podbean than it is YouTube. I understand it. So there you go with that. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout all these shows like I've been saying for all my videos. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay-per-view, but above all else with all you awesome mother flowers. Hit it, cuz!
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Walter, and yeah, I'm done with my quick plug.
All right. What about you, Big Mike?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Big Mike 199519 and on YouTube at Big Mike's Wrestling Recap Show.
There you go, guys. Again, it's been an awesome week. We'll be back next week for more. Thank you all for tuning in this week. Fire up that PS2, Mother Flowers. And, of course, next week, this Monday, I will launch the new store on Teespring. We have merch, Mother Flower. We got merch. We got that merch, Mother Flowers. Peace out, Mother Flowers.